Hey, bro, hit my intro.
What's happening, my visionaries? It's your man J Rock. Back in effect. I'm live and direct, and I'm coming at your neck with yet another video, baby. The video, man, as always, just like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, then just do it if you want to do it, because Jesus said this was the right thing to do. What's happening, my visionaries? It's your man J Rock. I'm back up in this thing with yet another video, man. You already know. So we about to check out for the first time in my life Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. One of the many multitudinous, arbitrary, random suggestions I get on YouTube, and I say, hey, I've never heard of this song. Let's check it out. I have seen that a couple people done a reaction to it, but of course I don't watch other people's reactions because then that wouldn't be a reaction. So yeah, Dire Straits, interesting name, by the way. Sultans of Swing. Have no idea what this song could possibly be about. Don't even have an inference or any kind of hypothesis to give. Maybe it's about the swing of the drums, the swing of the music, the groove, perhaps. But we won't know until I shut the fuck up, put my headphones on of truth, and find out. So let's do that. Without further ado, I'm gonna put on my headphones of truth, bam, and we gonna do what it do. Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing, Sultans of Swing. Let it win. Okay, right out the gates with the groove. Acoustic. Ooh. I like that lead.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime. Sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time.
Okay, so maybe it is about to swing the music double four time.
When you hear the music ring.
Okay, so far I'm loving the tempo of this, and I'm loving the cadence of the lyrics. Hold on, let me listen to that one more time.
When you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring.
Yeah, so the lyrics are just, matching the phrasing and the arrangement of the chord and the tempo. So he's just matching the tempo, but I just love that kind of the swing, that cadence. Let's get back into it though.
Well, now you step inside, but you don't see
these licks at the end of the verse, at the end of each note, lyric.
Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town.
Man, I love these chords, man. It's very, very rhythmic, obviously, but very bouncy, very, okay, keeping up with that tempo. The lead singer, I don't know who he is. I'll probably find out after I get done with the song. But the lead singer kind of reminds me a bit of Bob Dylan, the way that he sings songs. Bob Dylan, Lou Reed, those particular kind of singers that don't necessarily sing, they more talk. It's more like poetic musings, less of vocalizations. So it's less of trying to sing or be in a key or no. I mean, they're obviously in a key, you can't necessarily, but it's more like talking. It's more like spoken word. Let's get back into it.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing.
They definitely make it cry and sing.
can't afford. When he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene.
Like the snare too.
He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky tonk like anything.
Remember the honky tonk man?
Singing it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of swing.
I love the licks on his lead guitar, man.
And a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner. Young and dressed in their best brown
Like
baggies and their platform soles. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans that play Creole.
So it was it's kind of interesting how in that hold on, let me see, in that second verse it was, okay, so this might be like a very introspective song. So it's the first verse is speaking on the presence of music. I mean, it sets up this visual imagery. It says you get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, south of the river, you stop and hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie double 4 time. You feel all right when you hear the music ring. So this is set up a visual imagery with the lyrics that someone is it's raining, they're trying to get somewhere, but meanwhile somewhere in the distance they stop and they hear just the music playing. The music moves them. So the first verse is talking about the presence of how the music moves someone. Maybe this is the perspective of the person that's singing. This is from their first person perspective, even though it's in third person, but not in third, whatever person, second person. This is the narrator. Second verse, well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces coming in and out of the rain to hear the jazz go down, competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound way on down south, London town. So at first you're hearing the music, that's your discovery with the music. The second verse is referring to now there's other forms of music that are being played that you wanna invest into. Now the music is evolving. This kind of is going like an evolution course. Third verse is guitar George, he knows all the chords, mine is strictly rhythm. He doesn't want to make it cry or sing. Yes, an old guitar is all he can afford, but he gets him that likes to play his thing. I want to say that could be referring to I want to say it could maybe be referring to how, or this just could be completely anecdotal verse, like just once again reiterating that love for the music and how it can come from something so simple. It doesn't have to come anything fancy or overproduced or contrived. It's just simple as old George who knows all the chords. Mine, like just saying, just for for reference, I mean for disclaimers, strictly rhythm. He doesn't want to make it cry or sing, so he doesn't try to be as expressive. But he said an old guitar is all he can afford when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. So maybe just reiterating that. And then fourth verse is Harry. Okay, I'm gonna do more. We're gonna get back into it. I'm gonna talk about it more after this is over. Let's get back into it though.
Yeah, the Sultans that play Creole.
Love the chords on this lead, man. sound
And then the
lead
man
well.
steps right up to the microphone and says at last, just as the time bell rings, good night,
Drums.
now it's time to go
And the note
home.
change.
Then he makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing.
Chords right there. Scales. Yeah. That bass too. Man, I don't know about old George, man, but whoever the guitarist is on this track had no problem making this thing. Shout out to David. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce Knopfler, and Mark Knopfler, two guitarists. This is written by Mark, and the vocals are Mark. So the lead singer is Mark. Okay. Shout out to John on the bass, and shout out to Pick on the drums. So yeah, what I was referring to earlier, I was like, maybe this is going through kind of an evolution of music. It started with or maybe the evolution of an individual's evolution with music. Started out, he discovered the music. It was Dixie double four time, you know, that kind of music. Then he stepped in. Then he said, "Now you step inside." They went to the jazz place, but there wasn't many people in there because it's a competition in other places, because the music is evolving as he's discovering more music and becoming more aware of the different genres and types of music. Then we go to George. So that could maybe just be like an anecdotal thing about what he saw when he was at one of these clubs, but this whole thing could be about what he saw just discovering music. But then he said Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job. He's doing all right. So he said Harry don't mind if he make it to the show or not. Harry got a real job, so he doing good. He don't need the money. He doing it strictly for the love. So he can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up for Friday night with the Sultans of Swing. Then first five is what made me gave me that thought of music evolution to a degree. And it says first five is a crowd of young boys. They're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies and their platform shoes. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, they play Creole. I don't know too much about Creole music, but I do know Creole is a nationality, ethnicity, sub-ethnicity, something to that nature of Louisiana. Creole people come from Louisiana. You know, it's blended between French and what have you. Don't know too much about it, so if anybody from Louisiana, let me know. By the way, if y'all from Louisiana, send me some seafood gumbo, dog. Anyway, so he's saying these young boys, man, who are younger than him, they don't give a damn about no trumpet. They don't give a damn about the sophistication of the music. They said, look, this ain't no rock and roll. Bump all that. Fuck all that jazz music, man. We like the rock and roll. We like the hard stuff, you know. So that could be like an evolution of how he discovered music, and now he's seeing the different variations of it, and like, and the Sultans, and I believe a Sultan is someone who is in a position of high order in the hierarchical structure of like certain societies, right? Just for reference. So yeah, someone who is sovereign, specifically of a Muslim, but let's see a king, right? So he's saying these are the kings of the swing. Like the Sultans, they play Creole, the king of the swing. Swing refers to jazz time, which is at the beginning we was talking about double time music, right? Double four time. But he's saying these kids nowadays, they don't give a damn about no trumpet playing. They don't give a damn about the intricacies of jazz music, the double time swing. They don't give a fuck about none of that. They just care about all about the expression, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? The hard stuff. They drunk, they dress, in their in what maybe he would describe as their own decadence. They just chilling, man. They don't care about that. They're not invested into the music like this person, the narrator, is referring to. Then 6 verses, and then the man, he steps up to the mic, right up to the microphone, and says, "At last, just as the time bell rings, good night. Now it's time to go home." Then he makes it fast with one more thing: "We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of the swing." So he's at this club. He sees a guy come on stage, come into the microphone, and say, "Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last selection of the night. It's time to go home." He makes it fast. They play a fast song. And with one more thing, he says, "We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of the swing. We are the kings of the swing," or what could be what we believe is a supreme form of music. Because let's be real, everybody's got their form of music that their preference of music. You know what I'm saying? What they believe, what they dub as being the supreme form of music. Now we all try to be as open-minded as we possibly can. Some of us, when it pertains to our music, but let's be real. We like our music is our music. And that don't necessarily mean we go and try to, infiltrate anybody else's genre or say, now some of us do, but we don't try to infiltrate anybody else's genre and say, look, this is bullshit, this is shit. What we listen to, that's the real deal holy spiel. That is the real sophisticated, intricate, the real music. What people describe as good music, which is subjective, right? Yeah, so, I mean, that was my interpretation of it. But this is, an allegory. It's a story. Second person, like I was saying, it's a narrative about a London jazz experience. It's based on Knopfler, maybe the lead singer who wrote it. He wrote it watching the band perform in London, and who called themselves the Sultans of Swing. But great song, man. I love the guitar, the licks after each bar, which we in rap we call after every lyric we call a bar. Like if I have 16 bars, it means I have usually 16 bars. It means I have basically 16 lines of lyrics, 16 stanzas, right? What we would use for the terminology for writing poems. The lines in the poems are called stanzas. So I like after each bar or after each stanza or after each line, there was a preceding guitar lick. I loved it, man. The guitar licks on this were Mark and shit, what was the other guy's name? I think it was Alex. I gotta go back to, let me see. I believe it was Alex. Sultans, David. So Mark and David, their dual guitar. I believe David may have been the one who was keeping the main acoustic riff throughout the entire duration of the track, and Mark was the one playing lead. So David was on rhythm, maybe, and Mark was on lead, or maybe it was reversed. But whoever was on lead, man, they were killing it. Each lick, each note after that, more I was. Love the tempo. It kept me engaged. It never felt like it was getting to the point where I was like, oh, when's the song gonna be over? Because I'm not feeling it. Felt it the entire track. I love the fast-paced rhythm. It really reminded me of almost that shuffle with the swing on the drums, reminding me of what the song was referring to. So not only was an allegory, it did a good way of kind of setting up the scenery of the track, putting you into that mind frame of the narrator about the person about the story. So yeah. Great track, man. Great track. I gotta see more like it. So if you want me to do some more Dire Straits, put it down in the comment section below. Let me know, and I got y'all. As always, man. What's left? Visionaries, I salute to you. Remember, always stay blessed, never stress. Remember, always do your very best. Live, love life. Because why? Life is beautiful. That's why I'm gonna catch on the flip side. Deuces.
living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. ICE Cole, nice to be old. Y2G Steve twice to threefold. He sold scrolls, lo and behold. Know who's the illest ever, like the greatest story told. Keep your glory gold and glitter. For half of his niggas to take him out the picture. The other half is rich and it don't mean shit to villain. A mixture between both with a twist of liquor. Chasing with more beer. Tasting like truth for dear. When he at the mic, it's like the place get like, oh yeah. It's like they know what's about to happen. Just keep your eye out like I capping. Is he still a fly guy clapping if nobody ain't hear it? And can they testify from in the spirit? And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic in your attention like two swords. Either that, or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it. Yeah, it's like the end to the means. Fuck type of message that sends to the fiends. That's why he bring his own needles and get more cheese than Doritos, Cheetos or Fritos. Slip like Freud.